The reservation screen is where you will create and edit bookings. With the use of the unique RMS single screen technology, the entire reservation process can be performed with minimal system navigation, making RMS quick to learn and easy to use. The main screen is divided into the guest profile, the reservation details, and the account section. All other information is conveniently located one click away in these tabs. The reservation process can begin in either of these sections on this screen. This tutorial will deal with managing the guest profile in a reservation. Let's start by understanding the guest profile layout. There are almost 100 system fields available to the guest profile. Users or their administrators choose the fields that will be available in the guest profile and the order in which they will appear. By removing the fields that are not relevant to the business or the user, the guest profile becomes much easier and more enjoyable to use. This is done in the field maintenance section, which we'll cover in an upcoming tutorial. The fields with a small chevron beside them are smart search fields. We'll come back to those in a moment. The blue fields are those set to be mandatory for this user. The reservation cannot be saved until data is entered into all mandatory fields. Fields in this light yellow colour are populated by RMS based on the history of the guest and are a handy source of information for the user. Clicking on an underlined field label will take the user to the relevant area of the system. For example, clicking on Company will take you to the record of the company entered into the field. Hovering over the label will display notes and billing notes for that company. If no company is entered into the field, clicking the Company field label will allow you to create one. Back to Smart Search. To avoid creating duplicate records, Smart Search helps you find guest profiles that have already been entered into RMS. To start searching, enter the guest's last name into the Smart Search field. Note that if you cannot see the Smart Search field, it may need to be activated in field maintenance. Some names may return many results. We can narrow our search by typing a / and then one or more characters from other searchable fields, such as first name, email, or mobile phone number. We're looking for Alan Smith, so let's type / then A. Entering another / and then the street number from Alan's address narrows down further. In this case, it appears that we have a duplicate entry. Click the Merge button and select the records to merge. All data for this client is then merged into the most recent record. Now that we're down to a single matching record, we can double click on the guest to import the profile into the reservation. Update any other fields as required. Alternatively, we could simply enter data into the individual search fields to find a matching record. The method you use is your choice. In the case where a record for this guest does not exist, simply enter the data you require into the fields. Remember that it is optional to enter data into the white fields, but mandatory to complete the blue fields. Navigate to the next field by using the Tab or Enter keys. Type any address and the global lookup will start searching for matches. When the correct address appears, select it by using the down arrow and then the Enter key, or click the address with the mouse. RMS will automatically populate the address fields. Notes entered into this section remain in the guest profile until edited or deleted by a user. Each note is automatically stamped with the date and time. Notes are sorted with the most recent entry at the top. Choose how the Notes window will be displayed when you open a reservation. Always closed, always open, or only open if a note exists. Once you have collected all of the information, you can go into the Options button and click Save. This will save the new guest profile or save changes made to an existing profile, even if you don't complete a reservation. Alternatively, the guest record will be saved once the reservation is saved. Once the guest record is saved, the Options button changes to include more choices. Those choices will depend on system settings, but typically include the option to replace the guest and access the guest account. You can now go on and complete the reservation.